Howdy all you cowboys, cowgirls, gunfighters, and gamblers. Welcome to another episode of Jed I TV. I'm your host Jed, and we never film with this wall as our backdrop. Typically, it's my cowboy gun wall. But today, we're going to have the 22 rimfire wall behind us, and we're going to take a look at my first loadout for Mini 3-gun. If you don't know what Mini 3-gun is all about, I would encourage you to watch my introduction episode. I'll link it on screen now and in the description box of this video. And I've been having a blast running and gunning with the folks at the Ravensdale Mini 3-gun Club. It's been a fantastic way to get some trigger time using a much more modern gear setup than I normally use. And as I probably mentioned in my Mini 3-gun introduction video, I decided to run a bit of a different loadout instead of going in full bore, pun intended, with centerfire rifles and pistols. I opted to use 22 rimfire, a more budget-friendly loadout for my PCC and pistol. Of course, it's more than just budget that sent me down the 22 long rifle path. I do simply enjoy shooting that caliber. And when I really think about it, there's no ammo loading. I spend enough time loading ammo that it's nice when CCI or Aguila does it for me. If you can relate to any of those reasons, let me know down in the comments. I'm sure we can all agree that 22 long rifle is a hoot to shoot. As you will see with my PCC and pistol choices, it will allow me to learn all of the mechanics of these specific firearms, and then, provided I continue to compete in this sport, I can transfer those skills onto their 9mm counterparts. So, intro and preamble out of the way, let's take a look at the PCC I chose for this shooting sport, which, interestingly enough, started as a pistol. I went with the Heckler & Koch MP5 in 22 long rifle. I added the pistol brace for my first match.
Good. Mag rack safety.
Safety. But as you'll see later, I eventually did the paperwork and bought the stamp to SBR it. This pistol brace worked great, but aesthetically it wasn't what I had in mind. I was looking for that classic MP5 with the A2 stock look. The H&K MP5 22 long rifle handles very similarly to its 9mm big brother. So, like I mentioned earlier, the controls are familiar when I decide to pick up that version. And of course, the low recoil of the 22 made for some seriously fast follow-up shots on those steel targets. The MP5 ran flawlessly throughout the match, eating whatever brand of 22 long rifle ammo I fed it. And frankly, it just puts a big smile on my face whenever I pick it up. It's reliable and accurate with its iron sights, although I did decide to dive even deeper into this modern firearms thing by adding the Hollow Sun red dot sight on it, but I only did that after I used it for the first 2 matches. A quick recap of the steps I've taken with this little MP5 are as follows. Match number 1 was with the pistol brace. Match number 2 was with the upgrade to the solid stock and the SBR stamp. Match number 3 was with the Hollow Sun red dot sight, and I'll post a link to the sight that I put on here. It was a simple process using the mount from the HK parts, which I'll also link in the description box. The next step, and perhaps final step for me, is to add a suppressor. I've already got it on order. I'm just waiting for it to arrive so I can start on my paperwork. So jump down there in the comments section and let me know what you all think of my choice for PCC. Again, I think it's a great way for me to learn the mechanics of this new game, as well as the mechanics of the MP5 itself, so that again, later on down the road, I'll be ready for it when I buy its very expensive Big Brother version. Next up, shotgun. My knowledge of semi-auto shotguns pretty much so stops at the Browning A5, which I considered using for this match. I also briefly considered just using a pump shotgun, as that would have been a more cost-effective way to get into this sport. But honestly, I'm pretty confident I'll continue playing this game, so I figured I might as well get a shotgun that I would grow with as my skills improved in this sport and with this style of firearm. So after doing a lot of research and asking folks at the match what they were using, I decided on the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. I was really torn between the Beretta 1301 and the A300, but the price difference between the two swayed me to the A300. I just didn't feel like the subtle differences between the two would make much of a difference in my stage times. And the A300 Ultima Patrol has performed great. I legitimately have a lot to learn about shooting this type of firearm competitively before I can speak about how useful all the features that are packed into this shotgun are. But I can tell you that it functioned fine with the Winchester AA hulls I've been feeding it. And that is important to me because I can reload those hulls with black powder for cowboy action shooting. I can also speak about how it felt to shoot it, and that is comfortable. Something that is not necessarily true of my Browning A5. If you know, you know. The A300, in comparison, is a soft shooting shotgun with little felt recoil, which makes it easier for maintaining a good sight picture for those quick follow-up shots, an important aspect of this game. Reloading on the clock is also an important skill, which I have a lot of work to do to get that down smoothly. But it certainly isn't because the shotgun is preventing it. It's purpose-built for quick reloads with a beveled and oversized loading port. I'm just not used to on-the-clock loading with that kind of shotgun. But I'm getting better with every match I put under my belt.
Yep, clean them up from the other side.
Bottom line, the Beretta A300 gets a thumbs up from me. Let me know down in the comments what shotgun you use or would use in this sport. And finally, for the pistol, I chose the Beretta M9 22. I mean, come on, it's a perfect pairing to the MP5, right? When you see them together, it just seems right. But that's not what I shot at my first couple of matches. I went with the Sig Sauer P322, which is not to be confused with the P320. The P322, which, while ergonomically similar, has different internals. Enough said. This P322 is the first polymer framed gun that I've ever purchased. It was originally put on my radar when my friend Rongo mentioned it and said I should check it out. I did, and immediately it felt right in my hand. It's got an excellent grip. I used the word ergonomic earlier, and that really does apply to how this pistol fits in my hand. And it's been an awesome little pistol. The sights are fantastic. If I were to compare these sights to the ones on the Beretta, I would say that these are much better. It comes with high capacity magazines, 20 or 25 rounds from the factory. It's an internal hammer fired single action only pistol with a nice crisp trigger. Probably the best I've felt on a 22. Of course, being a 22, the minimal recoil makes for quick follow-up shots. And just like the MP5, it was a blast to shoot, performed great throughout the match, and ate everything I fed it. And with the exception of the fact that I have this nasty habit of racking a semi-auto pistol when I draw it.
Oh, jeez, why did I do that?
I was really happy with how I shot it. Having said all of that, it still doesn't look as cool as the Beretta M9 in my opinion. But we'll see more of that Beretta when I do a loadout number 2 episode. Today, I want to focus on this loadout. So let's put them all together and see how they performed on a stage or two.
Good. Mag out. Racket. Safety's on. Racket. Safety's off. Knock down 4. Good. And go to the next. That's it. Figure it out. Knock down 4. Safety's on. No, take a step. There you go. Oh, shoot. Why did I do that? There it is. That one. Target. 3 targets. 2 targets. 1 target. Take the bag out. Mag. Rack. Safety on. Shotgun. You knock down 2. Don't crowd the hole. Nice. Knock down 2. Uh-oh. That ain't going to work very well, is it? I'm just going to lose that and go. Okay, now we need to do. Okay. Think it through. Think it through. Should be. Good. Make it safe. And then it's good. 1 target. 2 targets. 3 targets. And 2 targets. And 1 target.
So there you have it. I put a loadout together, I got out there, started competing and having fun in Mini 3-gun. And that's what it's all about, right? Getting out there, meeting new people, developing new skills, and safely enjoying shooting sports. If you're in the area, I highly recommend you check out the Ravensdale Mini 3-gun Club. It's a welcoming and supportive environment for shooters of all skill levels. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed hearing about my Mini 3-gun experience and my first loadout for that type of shooting. Let me know in the comments below what your go-to Mini 3-gun loadout looks like or would look like. Also, let me know if you've ever tried running 22 rimfire in a match. I enjoy reading your comments. And before you click away, let me do my YouTube spiel. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button for more content, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future adventures, and support the channel by using my affiliate links. That doesn't cost you any more money, it makes me a little, and importantly, it lets the companies that support this channel, like Mernickle holsters and AimCam shooting glasses, know that working with me is reaching the right audience. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram. I pop on there every once in a while to post some photos. I'm Jed. This is Jedi TV, and I'll see you in some other place, in some other time.
Good.
You notice I want to bump doors.
He just talks and talks and talks. He forgets his camera everywhere. I don't even know why we let him on the range.